Ooh, that's good. Hey guys, so welcome to another episode of Everybody's Ideas. Today's episode is about the Pope and his second apology. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to also talk about the molestations that have occurred that he was apologizing for. And please do remember, I will have some links in the description below of where I got my sources from. I will say typically I don't use Fox, but I happened to come across it while I was searching, and it seemed to, be similar to the rest of the sources. So double check if maybe I'm wrong about Fox, maybe they are a little bit too outlandish with what they're saying. Otherwise, just keep on looking forward. I love Dr. Pepper. So this is what basically happened. Monday, the Pope invited 7 children, or what used to be children, to the Vatican. And basically what he was doing was apologizing directly to him. I do believe his first apology was more vocal, to maybe a crowd. I didn't really look into that one as much. If you want to, you can go ahead. I'm more on the recent because this is what I came across. So the good thing is that we heard from the Pope for the first time, or at least from what I know the first time, that he would be making bishops more accountable for their actions, which is great because we haven't had someone do that, I think, ever in, the Catholic Church, the Vatican, and that's great. So basically he said that he would not tolerate any more harm done to children, which is great, and that's admirable. So what the Pope does is he personally expresses sorrow for the victims, which is great, and I think it's great that the victims get to have someone that I guess they look up to, come up to them and say, hey, it's okay, we're gonna get them. Or at least I hope that's the kind of, way they're going towards. Now, I don't know if I'm the only one that's shocked by this, but apparently there's 3 girls that were molested. And if you go based off media, you are kind of drawn to believe that's mostly little boys that are getting molested. At least the media that I've seen, because it always seems to be worry about your young boys. I've never thought of it being young women. And it's a shocker to me because there's 3 of them at the Vatican who were molested. It's a shocker to me because, as when I was religious, I always thought, the worst thing for me to do if I was to go to Catholic school, or to have my kids go to Catholic school, I shouldn't say worst thing, but the thing that I would fear the most is my young boys going to Catholic school. But now it seems like if you are religious and you do attend Catholic masses or anything that involves a priest, that you have to also worry about your little daughters. And that to me seems a bit... You're not safe. You're never safe. There's never like this get out of jail, or, this like free ticket, I got a daughter, never have to worry. No, you still have to worry. So I think that kind of sucks a lot. Now, I think the great thing is that they allowed the 6 or however amount that there were, it's 6, 7, to go and be accompanied with someone. Because, it's kind of like going back to a bad place. I imagine that a place of holiness is also a place of darkness. Which, for me, that's the case, but not for the same reason. But, for most religious people, that's the place where you're going to feel most at home. Or at least feel safe. And for these kids, going to a place that's extremely holy, I can't imagine what's going through their minds. Maybe they're okay. They could be okay. But you never know. So basically, the next thing is that the Pope didn't do this sort of talk right away. Essentially, it took 16 months to even get the word molestations, and we need to do something about it. As soon as he was, put into, I guess you could say, Pope office. Basically after his pontification, which is what they call it. I didn't know that, but it's what they call it. And so, it's great. We can applaud for the fact that he's doing it because, like I said, not a lot of people have come up and did this. Even Pope Benedict, I think he tried, but he didn't really get around to it, and now he's gone. So, I mean, yeah, we could applaud the man for doing it, but it seems like he maybe had what we could say, quote-unquote, better things to worry about, which, if you ask me, this is like numero uno, the thing that you talk about as soon as you do. I don't know, he could have talked about other things that maybe were more important, but let's just leave it at that. Okay, let's talk Catholic Church. Not so much Pope, what's his face? Frederick Francis. There you go. And let's talk about the Catholic Church itself. It takes so long to even admit to the world, yeah, this is a problem. To me, I look at the Catholic Church and I think, well, you're basically a junkie. And not in the junkie sense where, like, they can't give up, like, letting priests molest children. It's a junkie more or less in the sense that, yeah, they're admitting it now. Like, you could get a junkie to admit something, but it doesn't mean they're gonna stop. It doesn't mean they're gonna, like, be doing something about it. Maybe an apology is something they're doing, and maybe they are taking the right steps. But for the past years, it seemed like they were more of a junkie than ever. Because, yeah, nowadays, they're actually trying to acknowledge it. But before, it was like, what are you talking about? There is no problem. These kids. Shh. And now it's kind of like, yeah, we got a problem in this system. But it's something actually being taken care of. That's something we gotta, like, look forward to, I guess you could say. So because I want this video to be at least half informative and half my opinion, I'm not gonna add in a short clip, or it's not even that short, but it's like 3 minutes of my opinion on molestations and God. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave a link somewhere. It might be here, it might be there, who knows. If you are interested in hearing me, please do not be offended. That's like a stupid thing to ask. Just please listen, because that's all I ever do when I go with my mom to church, is I listen. So please just listen to what I have to say. I'm a little vulgar. It's a little vulgar. And I'm very passionate about what I said. Remember, I'm talking about kids getting molested. Oh, and the video has to do with this video in a way. It's about molestation too, but it's also about God. Basically, if you want to watch it. So thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate it. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. I'll understand. Leave criticism, but constructive criticism. That's always appreciated. And remember, your mind is a beautiful creation. Use it, because if you don't, no one else will. Bye, you guys.